YouTube? It's the Galaxy S25 Ultra, which up to this point has been an absolute mixed bag of nuts. Pause. Now, why the mixed emotions around the Galaxy S25 Ultra? Well, you know, not much has changed from the S24 Ultra going into the S25 Ultra. Literally, not much has changed. But is that necessarily the worst thing? Guess what? iPhone users can tell you guys it's not the worst thing. It's not that bad. But for Samsung, it doesn't feel quite Samsung. Another thing that does not feel quite Samsung is the fact that now this S Pen, the infamous S Pen, has now received a downgrade, no longer having Bluetooth capabilities. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So the reality, if I could get this S Pen in the hole, that ain't what she said. The reality is some of you guys actually use the S Pen, and I think a lot of you guys don't, especially that feature of the Bluetooth capabilities. But I'm here as a true Galaxy Note user, once a Note user, always a Note user, as someone who believes in the feature pack Samsung, legacy, that for those of you who the Bluetooth functionality mattered for, and you used it to flex on your iPhone friends and whatnot, I'm just gonna mention it for you. Now, to carry on, I have absolutely 100% without a doubt the best looking Galaxy S25 Ultra. You see this? I don't have those silver or whatever titanium sidings. I have matte black on matte black. This is the Samsung.com exclusive. If you know, you know, and this is doing some things for me. This is changing a lot for me as far as the look. Like the early units you guys saw, which are the regular deglers. I mean, nothing against if you got a regular degler. And when I say regular degler, I'm not talking about features. I'm just talking about color selection. This is the best one. To carry on further, the design, right? What changed? Not much. It's okay though. We got the rounded corners now. And we have the slimmest Samsung device to date, which is a W. It's gotten skinnier. A larger thermal vapor chamber thing to help those temps. And we will test this because I am into gaming. So that's most definitely going to get a test. And another change is here in the screen, a smaller bezel. That's how you go from 6.8 inches to 6.9. Is it a difference? Is it an upgrade? I mean, hey, I'm all for smaller bezels. Now, we have that same anti-reflective screen. I love it. A phenomenal viewing experience. Although, like from angles and so forth, it can seem a bit muted. But the reality is, especially if you use your screen in natural mode, if you're coming from an iPhone and you want your screen colors to feel the same as the iPhone, which is like color accurate, then you're gonna wanna switch your screen mode into natural. But if you like colors and pops and you want some vivid, saturated screen visuals, then you're gonna go with vivid. I rock natural. Now, moving forward, although the battery is the same 5,000 milliamp hour battery as the S24 Ultra. Now, remember this, at its core, the S24 Ultra was touted the best phone of last year by a lot of creators. It was strongly in that category for me as well, although my favorite user experience in the Galaxy hemisphere is a foldable device. It's just that the Z Fold 6 is not the fold that I wanted. No larger outer screen, blah, blah, blah. But if you watch my video that I released recently about rumors around the Z Fold 7, it's getting spicy. At its core, the S24 Ultra is a great device. Like, they've reached a solid sweet spot, as has Apple with their iPhones, which is why you see minimal upgrades. And a big reason you don't see the smartphone renaissance or the crazy design changes year after year is because it's plateaued. It's reached a great design point. Like, what else can they do? If you can answer that, I know there's features that some of y'all want. I know, y'all gonna be like MST, micro, SD card slot, you know what I'm saying, the Bluetooth back in the S Pen, and so, okay. But outside of that, I'm talking about innovative wise. Not many places they can go. Moving forward, the same 5,000 milliamp hour battery from the S24 Ultra, but the difference is the chip. The chipset. We have Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. So the whole beauty about the for Galaxy Snapdragon chips is the fact that they're slightly overclocked and optimized to get more horsepower out of them versus everyone else just using a standard Snapdragon 8 Elite. However, when you look overseas and you see what they're doing with battery technology versus, what Samsung is continuing on here, and there was rumors of Samsung working on their new battery tech. Crickets, right? Okay, but the beautiful thing is, with the new Snapdragon 8 Elite and the new optimization, they should be able to pull, essentially, in theory, more out of this 5,000 milliamp hour battery. They've done it year after year, from the S23 Ultra to the S24 Ultra, and now into the S25 Ultra. So again, yeah, some people wanted larger milliamp hour, numbers, or some people wanted that newer, slimmer battery design with the same capacities. Then that allows for you to do more on the internals with design and maybe not take away Bluetooth S Pens. Cameras. Now, we got some cool new things in the cameras. We got a new ultra wide, with some more megapixels, but that's not the cool stuff that I'm excited about. I heard them on stage mention skin tones. My biggest and my most #1 complaint around Galaxy cameras is skin tones, year after year after year. So if they have properly addressed them, I will properly give them credit if they've done it. I gotta test it, and you guys are gonna see raw right here on the spot. Another thing before I do that test, they've added log video mode. Now, as an Apple user who's done this, back and forth year after year, one of the beautiful things about the iPhone is Apple ProRes log video recording. I've said this in the past, that Samsung needed to add log in order to compete. And thank you, Samsung, for listening and adding log video. So let's test these cameras. Let's test these skin tones. Let's test Samsung. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for, right? So portrait, selfie, hand up. Bam, I got a hand in there that it has to go around, and my facial expression. Normal photo. I like to do raw photos, so if you're wondering, my same workflow as my iPhone. Okay, let me check that. That's a regular photo. That's the portrait, right? I don't trust what I see on this screen because I've been fooled by it before, especially when it comes to skin tones. Now, video. What is up, YouTube? We are using the front-facing selfie camera on the S25 Ultra live in the flesh. How are we looking? Now, you do not, unfortunately, have the option for log video on the front-facing camera, while on my iPhone, I can shoot Apple ProRes log, whether front-facing or rear camera. Samsung, something that I'm noting for you to bring. Trust me, get that algorithm on the front-facing camera, because it's easier, especially if you're filming yourself. And if you get the log option, that takes it to that true professional level. So I have to flip it to my rear camera in order to get log video. Let's shoot these products here, get a product shot of everything here. And then we come here using the best main wide angle lens on the Galaxy S25 Ultra in log video shooting. So again, I'm trying to test the best that these cameras have to offer, and I'm also testing and looking for skin tones. Normal photo, portrait photo. So we got portrait, we got normal. Okay, boom, right. The ball is in your court, Samsung, to deliver in the clutch. And I need you guys to hit the comment section down below and let me know what you guys think, because I will not see these until it's edited in CJ mode, when I go to the computer and I see the real, what's really going on. So also we have the new ultra wide, right? So let's get into the ultra wide. This is the new ultra wide with log video. You know what I'm saying? Ultra wide. You probably see a whole bunch. Probably see yeah. What did I just say? Ultra wide video in log video mode. You got the best opportunity to deliver on the sauce, Samsung. That's AK32. All right. No log ultra wide video. Let's get the macro popping off. And that's the beauty about the higher megapixel count. The macro camera is gonna be so much better. As you guys can see, we are up close. Boom. Solid. Let me do a photo up close and personal like that. Bam. Bam. Wow. Quality, quality, quality. So with that being said, it's up to Samsung to deliver on the camera, and I'm going to be as honest and truthful and as critical as I need to be. And one thing about me is I do overtime, long-term reviews and updates with these devices, so you guys don't have to worry about, oh, they said it was good because they only did it 1 week, but really when I got to month 1 or month 3 or whatever, I'm gonna let you guys know how these devices perform throughout the year. So that way, you know, say you're buying it 6 months from now, at least you'll have a 6-month update from me. So subscribe and turn on the bell and get locked in into the Galaxy S25 Ultra content and other smartphone content and gaming tech and everything that CJ knows tech about. Because I know tech, so you don't have to, even though I know you know everything, right? Okay, and let's wrap this up with the reality of the most important topic, and that is user experience. Before I go there, speakers. Yes, let's talk about it. Okay, speakers. The S24 Ultra, these speakers were not the best speakers that Samsung has produced, and it's been a trend of Samsung. They've been going backwards on speakers. Speaking of going backwards, you know, backwards on Bluetooth and the S Pen, they were going backwards on speakers, but from the S25 Ultra, what about now? Okay, that's S24 Ultra. Hold up. If you didn't hear it, just know that I heard it. The S25 Ultra and the speakers deliver 100% a better user experience, a better listening and audio experience than the S24 Ultra by far. Okay, user experience, right? Now, one of the things or the topics that people always talk about when it comes to, you know, Galaxy or Samsung devices versus the iPhone when it comes to user experience, or a big thing that keeps a lot of iPhone users in Apple versus this or whatever and causes this whole debate, is the ecosystem. So Apple has, and I will say this on record, the best ecosystem, but it's only because it's closed looped. And let me explain. Yes, I have an S25 Ultra. Yes, I have the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Yes, I have the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic. I got the Watch Ultra, but this thing ugly to me. I'm gonna be honest. Anyways. Oh, and then we pull in the Tab S10 Ultra. All work well together. And I'm not even gonna bring the fact that I have a Samsung washer and a Samsung dryer. Again, they work well. And Samsung even offers their own laptops, right? But they use Windows. And that's the thing. They have to use Android software, Windows, this software in their computers, where Apple controls Mac OS, iOS. It's a closed loop. Yeah, they get their hardware from Samsung and, you know, get things manufactured from other brands, but all in all, the closed loop is what equals the best Apple ecosystem. So let's round this out quickly. No, not much change when it comes to the S25 Ultra versus the S24 Ultra. And iPhone users can tell you that's not really the worst thing. Why? Because the smartphone has plateaued at this point. The device where it is at its core functionality is a great device. So on behalf of Apple users, I like to welcome you guys to the Apple life.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra.